Y'all ever seen a fairy tale turn into a full-blown BET crime doc? Because Yandy Smith just threw the deuces at Mendeecees like she found out he was still using his burner phone from 2012. I mean, how many second chances does one man get before Sis finally wakes up and smells the jailhouse cologne? From ride or die to I'm done playing wife to an Instagram inmate, this breakup is messier than Love and Hip Hop's reunion specials. But what really pushed Yandy to snatch back her peace and post her freedom? Oh, baby, grab your snacks, cause what I'm about to spill will have you side-eyeing every jailhouse love story you ever believed in. You ever seen a love story that started out like a fairy tale, but slowly turned into a survival tale? Well, that's exactly what went down between Yandy Smith and Mendeecees Harris. After years of holding it down, showing up, and sticking around, Sis finally said, enough is enough. See, when Yandy first came into the public eye on Love and Hip Hop, fans couldn't help but admire her ride or die energy. She stood tall next to Mendeecees, even when he was locked up and the whole world told her to move on. People called her loyal, resilient, even inspirational. But behind those picture-perfect Instagram posts was a woman sacrificing her peace, her power, and her purpose for a man who, let's just say, wasn't always giving that same energy back. Things began to unravel when Mendeecees got out of prison. You'd think it would have been a happily ever after reunion, right? Wrong. Instead of building back stronger, the cracks in their foundation became more obvious. Yandy tried to keep things together, juggling motherhood, business, activism, all while trying to make that relationship work. But the emotional labor? Phew. It was all on her shoulders, and let's not act like Mendeecees didn't have some serious growing up to do. Sis was out here making boss moves, advocating for black women, showing up for the culture, and dude was still operating like he was stuck in 2014. Every time Yandy tried to elevate, it seemed like he was pulling her back into the drama she was trying to outgrow. What really had fans clutching their pearls was that viral moment during a reunion episode when Mendeecees was asked if he would have held Yandy down the way she held him down during his bid, and he hesitated. He said, I don't know. That was the moment the internet turned on him. People were like, wait a minute, after all that? Yandy literally raised his kids, kept his name alive, fought for justice, and this man couldn't even give a solid yes. That moment was the beginning of the end, at least publicly. Because from there, things got messier. There were rumors about Mendeecees stepping out. Whispers about disrespect behind closed doors. And through it all, Yandy kept posting positivity, never really airing him out. But Sis was hurting. And you could see it in her eyes even when her mouth stayed shut. But recently? She flipped the whole script. Yandy Smith, the woman who once said she couldn't imagine life without Mendeecees, just decided she's walking away. And not in tears, but in power, and that's where the real story begins. Because this breakup ain't about heartbreak, it's about healing now. This ain't just about some couple's argument. This is about Yandy Smith, a woman who has stood the test of time, pressure, and public scrutiny for a man who, let's be real, didn't always give her that same energy back. When Mendeecees was behind bars, it was Yandy showing up to court, holding down the household, and defending his name to the world. But now that he's free, things haven't been all roses and redemption. Sis been carrying the emotional load for too long, and she finally hit her breaking point. You'd think once he got out, they'd be building an empire together, but nah, Yandy's been the one hustling, launching skincare lines, managing artists, and raising their blended family, while Mendeecees, well, let's just say he didn't match her grind. And it ain't just about work ethic. Sources close to the couple say there's been distance for a while now, emotional, physical, even spiritual. They're not on the same frequency anymore, and let's talk about that infamous therapy session, remember that? When Yandy asked him if he would have held her down the way she did for him if the roles were reversed. And man straight up said, I don't know. That I don't know shook the internet, shook the fans, and apparently, shook Yandy to her core. Cause that's when the seed of doubt started growing. That's when she realized, this ride or die thing ain't mutual. Even though they tried to make it work for the kids and the cameras, behind the scenes, things weren't clicking. Yandy started traveling solo more often, doing speaking gigs, popping up at empowerment events. With no Mendeecees in sight. And fans noticed. They clocked every solo post, every missing ring, every caption that screamed independent. The writing was on the wall. And now? Sis finally read it out loud. She ain't bitter, though. She's evolved. Yandy has grown into a woman who knows her worth and refuses to shrink herself to fit into someone else's shadow. She's not throwing shade. She's just stepping into her light. But that don't mean this was easy. We're talking about years of memories, struggles, laughter, and pain. Walking away from that kind of history? That takes strength most people don't even understand, and the kids, they're the real reason she stayed so long. Yandy's always put her family first, and even now, she's making it clear, this ain't about revenge or resentment. It's about peace. It's about protecting her peace, her legacy, and her happiness. And if that means walking alone for a while, so be it. Because this version of Yandy Smith? She ain't looking back, and as whispers start circulating about what's next, whether she'll be back on love and hip-hop or focused solely on her businesses and activism, one thing's for sure, Yandy's next chapter is hers to write, and she's holding the pen with both hands, and just when fans thought the drama might cool off, Yandy dropped yet another unexpected twist. She revealed that throughout the ups and downs, Mendeecees wasn't just emotionally absent, he was also financially reckless. Yandy admitted she had been the one holding the household down, not just emotionally but economically too. Sis said. She was paying the bills, supporting the kids, and managing his legal stuff. Like, what exactly was Mendeecees bringing to the table besides stress and excuses? Now here's where it really gets wild. Apparently, even Yandy's close friends and family had been telling her for years to walk away. But she held on, believing in redemption, believing that love could change him. But after years of disappointment, she finally had to choose herself. Yandy shared how she realized that teaching her children about healthy love was more important than forcing them to watch their mother suffer in silence. That realization hit hard, and it became the turning point. Even after everything, Yandy hasn't shown bitterness, just clarity. She said she no longer blames Mendeecees for being who he is, but she now holds herself accountable for ignoring the signs. That kind of growth? Powerful. She's done playing the savior. She's focused on healing, her business, and raising her children in a peaceful home. Mendeecees, on the other hand? Let's just say, he's been quiet lately. No long emotional posts. No attempts to win her back, just subtle shade and silence. Maybe he finally realized what he lost. Or maybe he's still trying to figure out where it all went wrong. Either way, Yandy's not looking back. Fans have rallied around Yandy with overwhelming support. Social media has been flooded with messages. Like, finally sis, and you deserve peace, not pieces. Many women are saying they see themselves in Yandy's story, staying too long, hoping someone would change, losing themselves in the process. But now, they see Yandy as a reminder that it's never too late to walk away, and let's not forget, Yandy ain't just some reality star. She's a boss, a mother, an activist. A woman who rebuilt her power, brick by brick, even while carrying someone else's baggage. Her story isn't about heartbreak, it's about rising. About reclaiming peace. About choosing self-love over struggle. So while Mendeecees may be out here wondering what happened, Yandy is out here shining brighter than ever. Unbothered. Unapologetic. And undeniably free, because in the end, the real glow-up isn't in revenge. It's in release. And Yandy? She just let go of dead weight, and she's flying higher than ever. If you were shocked by this emotional roller coaster, just wait, there's always more where that came from. The truth behind Yandy and Mendeecees' journey proves that not all fairy tales have happy endings, and not every ride or die should stay on the ride forever. So what do you think? Did Yandy stay too long, or did she do what she had to for love? Hit those comments and let us know. And hey, if you're living for this kind of tea, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss an update on your favorite reality stars. This story might be over, but trust me, the drama never sleeps. Catch y'all in the next one.